last year we brought in about $120,000.
Wow, okay. And that was the first full year?
That was the first full year. And then this year, we've already hit like our
This is Lauren, and she's on track to hit over $200,000 a year in just her second year of business doing facials.
She's rubbing 2 balls on her face.
I know, that's what I feel like. And it's because she understands it's more than just doing facials.
It's not just the art of doing skincare or doing services, it's how do you actually run a business.
But to get to where she is now, her journey was not easy.
I was working 5-6 days a week and taking 6 clients a day each.
Filled with a lot of obstacles.
It's coming to that point where I'm like reaching my end, where like there's just one obstacle happening after the other.
Pushing her to her limits.
But no matter what you do, okay, I need a break.
My name is Andrew, and today we're exploring what it takes to grow a facial spa and also what it feels like to get a facial. Lauren, what can you tell me about your childhood to help me understand who you are today?
I grew up with a lot of skin issues. So I was actually born with eczema to the point where I was using steroids every day, going to dermatologists every day. And I would say it deeply impacted my childhood. It was really to the point where I couldn't move, I couldn't do certain activities and all of that. I grew up with so much health issues, skin issues. I grew up with endometriosis. I only got diagnosed like 3 years ago. So I had debilitating pain like every single month once I started my period when I was about 12. I would say I had a really happy childhood though. I have a sister, I have my parents, and they're just a fun bunch to be around.
So I know you went to marketing first, right?
Yeah.
Is that right, at BCIT?
Yeah.
But at the same time, you also went to Blanche McDonald, which is that like a beauty makeup school?
Yes. So I actually started in the makeup program. I did a 6-month program in bridal makeup. So I did that when I was like 19 years old.
Wow.
And I just did it for fun. And I realized, I don't think it was just for me. I don't think I was kind of creative in that way. It just wasn't my thing. So then I decided to go into the aesthetics program because that was like a full year, full time.
You were doing Blanche McDonald, and then you actually started to work as an esthetician at a studio?
Yeah.
Or at a spa?
Yeah. So I worked at a spa. It's called Formula Fig. Me going in, I was thinking of what could be beyond this. So when I was there, like I was only 21 at the time, and I was taking in everything, like how management would treat their employees, how they would talk to customers, how would they solve things that things weren't going right, how would they figure those things out, because that's part of the whole business too. It's not just the art of doing skincare or doing services, it's how do you actually run a business. And I was trying to take in all that information and analyze everything around me.
Were you always entrepreneurial?
My parents say I was. I didn't think I was. It's a funny story, but in Blanche, I remember we had someone come in to speak about starting your own business, and they were coming in for marketing type of stuff. And they asked, who wants to own their own business? I was the only one that didn't put my hand up.
Oh, interesting.
I was the only one that didn't put my hand up because I still had that mindset of growing up of I want to have a 9-to-5. I want to have health benefits. I want security
yeah, of course.
with my life. But as an esthetician, you don't really make a lot. So I think for me, it was mainly like I wanted just to create a path for myself. I wanted to see where it would go. And my parents were like, why don't you just start? Luckily, I had a room in my house where we had a private entrance. I transformed that room into my spa room.
You mentioned a blog post by Blanche McDonald, and I'll read it to you here. But quote, I'm young, so if I try and fail, then at least I can say I tried. But I know myself too well. Failure wasn't an option. Reading that, I was like inspired already. But were you always like that? Where did that sense of courage and persistence come from?
Probably my parents. Yeah, they're very like, no matter what you do, I'm gonna tear up. But no matter what you do, okay, I need a break. I'm on my period too, it doesn't help.
Take your time. Do you need water?
Yeah, I'm just gonna grab water. Okay. When I did the interview with Blanche, it was online, so I could like
You can
and then
just,
come back.
You can close up.
Okay, I'm good.
Yeah, take a breath. It's okay.
Yeah.
We got lots of time.
Okay. The sacrifices my family had to make, especially being in that spare bedroom in our house, like they had to be quiet. They had to be really quiet because especially like in the kitchen or anything like that, like you had to be making sure that there was no noise. So I think with that was a huge sacrifice because that was about almost a year and a half that I was at home of working. They have always told my sister and I growing up, it's like, you choose what you want to do, but you do it to the best you can, yeah.
How did that first year of business go for you?
It was tough, you know, like there were times of doubt for sure where I was like, is this for me? Is it even worth it? Like all this stress that I was kind of going through, but I kind of just stuck with it and was like, let's just see where it goes. And I luckily have a huge community around me. I have a lot of friends and family here. I was a dancer, so I had a lot of friends in the dance community.
Cool.
So I was able to build a community really quick, and then Instagram played a huge part as well. So I just stuck with it. It was tough, like for the first 6 months, because you know, you have maybe 2-3 clients a week sort of thing, but I put myself out there. I made sure that I got help from other people who were better at things that I was better or like not as good at, and I just tried to get expertise. And I still was taking classes. Like they have online master classes that happen all around the world, and I was still continuing my education.
So when did you start your business?
I started in April 2022.
So 2022 was your first partial year, and then the first full year was 2023.
Correct.
You said your first full year you made over 6 figures. Can you give me the rough breakdown of each year from 2022 to now?
Yeah. So in 2022, it was only about from April to December. That was like our full fiscal year. That was like maybe, yeah, like 60, 70,000. Last year, we brought in about, I would say $120,000.
Wow, okay. And that was the first full year?
That was the first full year, yeah. And then this year, we've already hit like our 120,000-30,000 mark.
We were at a facial spa, so of course, I had to get a nice facial from Lauren here. Yes. Lauren has kindly offered to do a little treatment and a bit of a consult. We'll see how it goes.
What are some things that you kind of want to work on? Do you have any concerns with your skin?
I have acne. I've been on Accutane 2 times.
Okay.
Because it's always gone back.
Yeah.
I don't want to do it again.
Yeah.
So I guess the concern is mainly the acne on my face.
So like Accutane, kind of what we were talking about earlier with steroids, Band-Aid effect. That's why when you went off of it, it came back. Usually for us, we like to take the holistic approach, do facials. I go into diet with clients as well about what could be triggering it, like dairy, gluten. But for today, we're just gonna rehydrate the skin because from what I see right now, it looks a little bit dehydrated, which is pretty normal for someone who has been on Accutane. So we're gonna get started with our first cleanse.
Okay.
So we like to mix relaxation with results. That's something that I really didn't like growing up, is either you went to a spa where it was all relaxation and they're just putting whatever on your face, or a place that's so result oriented that there is no relaxation, it's very in and out. So that's why we have the holistic side, but we also have the medical side, like with our lasers and our technology.
I'm very relaxed right now.
I know, I could tell. Usually about 95% of our clients fall asleep. Like full-on sleep apnea snoring. And it's the best compliment I ever get when they fall asleep.
You look so beautiful.
So this is an exfoliation. So this one has like papaya and pineapple, which is really good for exfoliating the skin without it being too harsh.
This is actually the only reason why Andrew started this business interview series, to get him free stuff.
I guess you guys don't have to keep rolling.
Oh, we're rolling.
Oh, okay.
It's funny.
This is funny?
Yeah, this is all content.
Okay, so we're gonna let it sit for about, we'll just do it for a couple minutes. Your skin is glowing already.
When did you get your 2 employees? The first two.
in January. So I was actually still working at home, and I got them to work out of my home for a little bit because it was just private entrance, but then I knew it wasn't like sustainable long term. I couldn't keep up with demand, and I knew the pace that I was going at with me working all the time, it just wasn't sustainable. We had to hire more because we're just getting a little bit busier, and I'm wanting to take a bit more of a step back as well. Is it feeling okay?
Yeah. What's this?
So this is a mask. This is going to help with the breakouts. It's also going to help calm the skin and help with any dehydration as well. So we're gonna put the LED on.
She's sending you to John.
Oh.
So LED, there's two different colors on here. So there's blue LED, which is good for any inflammation. It's good for acne bacteria, so it helps kill all the acne bacteria. And the sebum, which is your oil production. And then red is really good for promoting collagen and elastin. So it's more for like anti-aging. Do a little bit of a massage while the mask sits. You sit at a computer all day long?
Can you tell? Oh no. Why can you tell?
Definitely like in your traps. It's pretty bad.
Is getting facials like a female like connotation around it? Like do masculine men like oh, I'm getting a facial?
Yeah. I think now like society's kind of changing around beauty standards with males, and they see it as just self-care rather than beauty now. It's more of just taking care of yourself. And honestly, like as a girl, I think it's kind of attractive when guys are like, I want to take care of myself. Like it's a very normal thing. It's not anything that's very feminine or anything like that. And honestly, the male clients have come in, they're great. Like they're just very low maintenance. They lie on the table. They don't really request much. But I still think, you know, the most males who come in, they come in with their girlfriends because they feel a little bit more comfortable coming in that way. But then later on, they end up just coming in on their own. Okay, it's gonna feel a little cold. This is just gonna help any inflammation on the skin.
She's rubbing 2 balls on your face.
I know, that's what I feel like.
Okay, so we're just gonna put your finishing products on. So we're just gonna go in with some toner. Your skin looks good. It's glowing.
You're actually going. She's just gonna be very impressed. We'll definitely come back.
Did you have any setbacks, or what were some of the largest problems you ran into, and how did you overcome it?
I'm going through that right now, honestly.
Oh, really?
The licensing, coastal health approval, they're really tough here. When I was in Burnaby at home, I got it done in a week. It's been since February that we've been dealing with issues, but I kind of have that mentality of I don't give a fuck anymore. And I kind of have to think that way because if I don't, I need to keep myself sane. It's coming to that point where I'm like reaching my end where like there's just one obstacle happening after the other, especially because we moved into the commercial space. I just think that the reward at the end will be worth it.
When it comes to, I guess, opening your own commercial space and having a facial spa business, what are the typical expenses and costs?
Pretty much buying double of everything of what we needed. So like 2 beds, 2 steamers, 2 like more facial products. I probably spent about, I would say 40 to 45K building everything here.
You actually don't just do facial treatment anymore. You actually do a lot of things. You teach people, you do workshops, you offer mentorships, and you're also a supplier of products.
Yeah.
Can you tell me a bit more about that? Is it important to be having all these different branches in your business?
I think having multiple streams of income in any type of business is huge. So I distribute to other professional clinics. So I sell to clients and stuff, but I sell to other businesses. So like a B2B.
Wow.
Yeah, and then with my mentorships, I teach a lot of other business owners hands-on training or the marketing side of things and kind of how to elevate your business and just learn how to scale.
If someone watches this and they see you and they're just impressed by your business prowess, how do they start opening practically? Like what would you tell them?
I would tell them to start small.
Okay.
It's okay to start small in the beginning. I think a lot of estheticians who I help now with their business, and like, you know, I do mentorship classes and all that, is you don't have to have the nicest machine or the nicest equipment in the beginning. Like, it's okay to start small and to work your way up.
To end the show, I have a tradition where I will ask you a question that was asked by the previous owner that I interviewed. So I'll play the question for you here.
Definitely something that I've struggled with in this business. So just curious to see like what they would say, is how you got over the self-doubt of opening a business and what helped push you to start.
There you go. What's your answer?
Okay, so maybe when I first started, the doubt that I was having, something actually my boyfriend would always tell me is, if not you, then who?
Oh, wow.
And I think now I'm thinking, you know, when I still have those self-doubt. I think every business owner kind of goes through those phases of self-doubt. I've made it this far, so where can I take it within the next 5-10 years? Because it's only been 2 years.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the mindset that I have.
What question do you want to ask the next business owner that I interview?
So the next question that I will ask the next business owner is, since I'm in the skincare and the wellness and the health industry, is what do you do to take care of yourself and to make sure that you're keeping sane within your business?
It's a good question. Thank you, Lauren. This was
Thank you.
super fun. Look at my skin. It's just so clear and it just feels, it was so relaxing as you saw. And I was like falling asleep. So if you want facial treatment, spa treatment, or just a relaxing time, come to Clear Complexions Co. here on East Hastings. And you'll meet Lauren and her 4 employees, or 4 other employees now. That's amazing. If you found this video helpful, entertaining, drop a like. Comment down below any questions you have for her or for me or any other business owners you might want me to interview. And subscribe, because we'll have more videos coming very soon. Bye.
Like psyching myself out where I'm like, did I start my business in 2022 and not 2021? Can I check my phone
Yeah,
really
go
quick?
ahead.
Oh my God, am I?
Too busy making money. Yeah, too much money, guys. Too much.
Okay, I started in 2022. I didn't start in 2021.